if Habana and Peterson would just follow up and chase the high ball and compete in the air with guys like Billy LaRue and Lambie, I mean, Farley would crumble because he's not brilliant under the high ball. I've noticed it. If you look at the teams that have beaten the Waratahs this year, one of the reasons they beat the Waratahs was because they put Farley under pressure. And how did they put him under pressure? The high ball. Because they had players competing in the air with him under the high ball. South Africans under the high ball are one of the best, or actually, in my opinion, we field the high ball the best out of any nation in world rugby. I mean, if you look at guys in Super Rugby, Basson, Hendricks, JP Peterson, Habana. If we are gonna do these high ball bombs, we need to have guys to follow up. And Habana, why is he not doing that? What is the issue with it? Is it the lack of communication?
I mean, all right, I'll go back to decision making, and our bombs, to me, have their place, but if you're keeping ball in hand, you're creating momentum, and sometimes even when you not even making much ground, you're still holding possession. That means you're not having to tackle, all right? And then you also got momentum. Your forwards are going, right, I'm hitting that ruck, I'm hitting that ruck, I'm hitting that ruck. They get momentum, all right? And, when that ball gets hoofed in the air, it's a bit chaos, and are we going to get it back, and what are your net gains? Quite often, I mean, on Saturday against the Wallabies, our net gains, there were no net gains, there were net losses. Those balls were getting hoofed up, and then we were, back, And if there is a miscommunication between the guys that should be chasing up and the guy that's kicking the ball, there must be some sort of get together and talk about it, or say, listen, this isn't working, let's go to another thing. That's decision making.
But Joe and Stephen, you have also noticed the All Blacks don't put a bomb. They don't put a bomb up unless they are under pressure in their own half. Go watch them play. Watch them play like last week when they played against the Argentinians. They did do one or two kicks, but why? Because they were the only time the All Blacks play up and unders, and the reason why because they don't do it often. You understand? They don't do those bombs often, but when they do. It's like I said, it can also be there's a very fine line about winning it in the air, especially if you've noticed in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm worried about the World Cup to a certain extent with the up and unders. The simple being is, if you go and compete in the air, how many of our players have been blown up for actually competing? He hasn't tackled the player in the air, but he's competed the player in the air. But the Northern Hemisphere refs have interpreted as playing the player in the air. So, in my opinion, the All Blacks the only time they use the bomb is when they are under pressure and they can't break the defense of the team they're playing. So they use the bomb to get back upfield to put that team back on pressure. So for me, the All Blacks only use the bomb when they are in real desperation.
Don't you think then we overusing it then? I mean, if you
yes, I think we are overusing it. I agree. We are fully overusing it. What we can do is, what I would do is, if I'm going to put the bomb on the All Blacks, I'll put it in the corners. You understand? Like in the corners of the field, where either on Severe, just behind his head, let a banner chase up. Yes, if the ball goes out, that's fine by all means, because then we've got guys like Matfield in the lineout who can steal the ball. So it puts them under double pressure. You understand? So if I'm going to go
have a ball that goes straight into touch, aren't you?
That's true. That's true.
But you get a net loss.
It's true. You get a net loss. But it's a risk you take. You understand? It can either make or it can break you. So if you've got a guy like Morné, look, Morné Steyn was exceptional. He was an exceptional kicker. Yes, he did kick the ball out directly a few times. But I feel that we don't have to exactly kick it 2 meters on the touchline. You can kick it 5 meters infield. You understand? If you see Ben Smith is more to the right, put that high up and under 10 meters, 5 meters out from the touchline and from the 22 in the air, and let a banner and guys like a banner and Billy LaRue go and compete for it, and have the loose forwards coming up just in case they miss the tackles. Then you've got the loose forwards there to tackle the play and compete for the ball on the ground. That's the way. I just feel maybe we are overusing the up and unders too much, but that's not part of the game plan.